Black Clover, a big anime, one of the self-proclaimed new big three, and currently there are more than 150 episodes of it, and also has a huge fandom in the internet. So of course it has something special, capturing a huge audience, or does it? Speaking for myself, I haven't heard much about Black Clover beforehand, but wanted to check it out, and therefore watched the first 20 episodes to get a taste of the anime. Now, I can understand people claiming that I should go watch all the episodes to judge it fairly, or even just go ahead and read the manga.
Just read the manga, bro. Read the manga, bro. Just read the manga. The manga, bro. Just read the... Oh my god, bro! Listen!
But to all that, I say, if a show doesn't succeed in capturing my interest in 20 fucking episodes, it is not my fault dropping it. Also, I have given this one an even fairer chance than JoJo, which I dropped after a few episodes of part 1 because it bored me. So, don't complain. If Akame ga fucking Kill managed to get me invested into a show in only one episode, surely it can't be that hard, right? Let's start with what I like though. And the first thing I like was the animation. The animation is very good. It now seems to become a trend that most popular anime shows get good animations, and I'm all here for it. There is nothing to complain from me about the animation. Also, the art style and character designs are unique and likable enough to set Black Clover apart from other media, and they look fine. So what do we also have when watching a show? The visuals and the music. The music is really good. I like the soundtrack as they are fitting and enjoyable, but the best music for me comes with the openings. I listened to most of the openings and some of them were really good, and the rest was also fine. Now, we have good visuals and good music, so what's left? The content. And with that, I will begin talking about what I didn't like about Black Clover. Now, remember that this is entirely subjective and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So if you are one of these people, feel free to comment down why you like Black Clover instead of commenting why you didn't like my opinion on it. I also heard many people talking about how it gets better the more you watch it, so maybe I stopped too early. Now, I told you I watched 20 episodes, but truth is I watched 21 and planned on watching pretty much the whole thing, but I dropped it since I wasn't interested anymore. Why didn't I like it? Firstly, the characters. I told you that I actually thought the character designs were good, and yes, this is true, but only for how they look. As for what their character on the inside is, I can't say the same. Asta is a boring cliche of a main character, so for all I could see in him, I saw a billion times already. He is the underdog and wants to be the very best and never gives up and yada yada yada, yes. Like, come on, there is generic and then there's just copying and pasting Naruto for the like 10 billionth time. Itadori, Jujutsu no Kaisen, also wasn't the most original character, but he had his own vibe and it still was enjoyable watching him. Watching Asta, on the other hand, is one of the most annoying things I have experienced while watching anime so far. He can't shut up about never giving up. Like, for real, he has to say it every 5 seconds. And yes, while most protagonists like Goku or Luffy are either naive or uneducated, Asta is taking the piss of it. It's like the mangaka took the shonen main character tropes and made them 100% of his character instead of 20%. Also, and I know this is getting a lot more subjective than this already is, and I'm sorry for the voice actor, but I can't listen to his voice. The voice in combination with his character being loud and noisy is just too annoying. I'm sorry. Like, if I heard him say Matata or whatever the hell he says one more time, I might rip my ears off. Now, what else do we have? His guild, in which every character is cursed to only have one character trait. The love interest, who like some of her fellows, only is there to love the main character and has no character outside that. Although, to be fair, Noelle, she also has the stereotypes of the character who can't use her power, but learns to do so, and rich, self-centric person who becomes nice to others. So, overall, she's an alright character, I would say. We have the dicks, and that's literally what they are. Like, they have no other purpose in the story other than the main character proving them wrong. And of course, we have Yuno, the cool character who isn't nearly as cool as the mangaka probably intended him to be, but whatever, guess he at least isn't annoying. Okay, the story. As I said, the main objective of the protagonist is to become the king of the magicians. Yes, very creative, but we don't always need creative objectives to make good stories within the show. As I said, I only watched 21 episodes, and yes, in One Piece you would maybe finish one fight in 20 20 episodes. That's not the case on Black Clover. So I'd say it's fair to judge the story even this early, since we already had like 3 mini arcs happening. First, Asta and Yuno go and do the hunter exam. Sorry, I drifted into something more interesting. The magician exam. Or whatever the hell it was called. Anyway, Asta has no powers in a world where everyone uses magic, so wow, I'm excited to see how he will work his way up to other people. I sure hope he doesn't get the strongest quirk or item to completely nullify that and make him one of the most overpowered characters all of a sudden, like somebody else did. Well, shit. They try to tell an underdog story, however the underdog gets the most OP item in the world, and the storytelling ignores that completely and still acts as if Asta was the weakest dude on earth. Just like some other show I know. However, they pass the exam and both get picked by guilds. Their first mission is to save this one village of their friends from this one group who is supposedly strong but gets beaten by Asta on his first mission. As I said, Asta is not an underdog, he's way too overpowered. Next thing, they have to explore this mine and they get a new partner whose background story would make Jiren laugh at him. That's how boring and generic it is. Again, they run into trouble and Asta, the dude who is the weakest, saves them all. The Magic King, after the first 2 missions, already has grown an interest in Asta and Yuno. Like, there aren't at least 100 other dudes he could go and watch. He himself decides to watch over the 2 main characters of the show, who are still pretty much rookies. Well, that certainly was fast. Wonder if Asta becomes the Magic King by episode 80. Afterwards, he invites them to some kind of party only for the higher ranked people, which is a dick move to not even tell them about that minor detail, only for them to get belittled, and what followed was the most cringy thing in those 20 episodes so far. Dear Black Clover fans, I am sorry that I don't like your favorite anime, and sorry I can't act like I love it only for you to maybe subscribe or leave a like, and it really is okay for you to like it, although it's kinda weird, but not gonna lie. But how can you watch this? And then this.
俺は必ず実績を積んで魔法帝になってお前ら全員黙らせてやる
And not burst out laughing on how bad this scene is. Let's end the video though. I think you get my overall impression of Black Clover. Yes, as I said, you can of course say, how can you judge an anime within the first 20 episodes? Bro, some anime are like 12 episodes long or 26 episodes long. 20 episodes is a good amount of episodes to get you invested. So I feel like it's fair to judge it from 20 episodes. Or at least fairer than judging Eden Zero by 1 episode. But who would do this? So let's keep it short. I don't like Black Clover, and the only positive aspect I could find are there because it's popular and received good music and animations. Black Clover is like Fairy Tail, but wants to be One Piece and Naruto too hard. And with that, bye!